Inception was released in 2010 and was directed by Christopher Nolan. The story is about Cobb, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, who is trying to help prevent people from dying in their dreams, as it can cause them to enter a long state and won't wake up. I'm not gonna lie, I've actually never watched Inception before, so this was my first time ever watching it. As I was requested to review the film by Marvel Fanboy 2004, he really wanted me to review it, and I do apologise that it took quite a while to get to it. He also requested me to review the Dark Knight trilogy, and I have to be honest, mate, I don't have a lot to say about them, other than I think they're decent films, but I don't have a lot to say about them to review them. Maybe at some point, but I can't say for now. I'll just say maybe in the future, but for now, I'm sorry, I just don't have a lot to say about them. However, Inception I would have definitely reviewed for him, as I hadn't seen it before, and it was, its 10th anniversary, so kind of coincidental that I watch it on its 10th anniversary year. So, Inception, it's a critically praised film, it's got a lot of love and praise, so it's pretty much a big film. Did I like it as much as everyone else though? Sadly no. I have to be honest, I found the movie to be quite a bit of a letdown. Why did I find it a letdown? Well, to me, honestly, the story was pretty confusing. From one moment they're in a dream sequence, then it's in reality, and they kept doing it back and forth, and it got on my nerves pretty quickly, and I even facepalmed at some moments and when they were doing it. It just got so annoying and repetitive, and it just annoyed me. Again, I know the film is about, Cobb as he's trying to rescue people from their dreams, but the fact that he keeps jumping from a dream sequence to reality, it's just pretty confusing and pretty hard for me to follow. I also found the movie to be a real drag at points. The movie's on for 2 hours and 30 minutes, but it felt much longer than that, and the third act was the part of the film I thought really dragged. I did like the ending, it was not really emotional, but powerful, I guess, but it's a nice little ending, I guess, but it wasn't too bad of an ending. At points I found the movie very far-fetched. There's a scene where everything in front of them just explodes and blows up, and I was a bit like, what? Why are we doing this? Like, what? Oh god. So yeah, I found the story really confusing. It was really slow. I will admit I liked the second act. The action there was pretty good, but other than that, I couldn't really get into the story. It was confusing and just really hard for me to follow, and I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it. The action is really good. I really like the action. I really enjoyed the action. The cinematography is fantastic. And again, the movie's actually visually very good. It's a really cool movie to look at. The action, like I said, is great. It's exciting. It's exhilarating. And it's just some really good fight scenes. Again, it's a fun action film. It's got some really awesome action sequences. Again, the climax was pretty good. The cinematography, like I said, is absolutely incredible. Cobb, I will say, wasn't half bad. I liked his journey, and Leo's performance is very good. So yeah, I thought Cobb was pretty good. The quote-unquote villain, well, not really much of a villain. Mel wasn't so bad either. She wasn't really evil, but she was kind of the villain in some aspects of the story. Every other character, I don't know, felt like they didn't really get their time to shine or development, and it just felt, dropped to the sideline. And, well, they're not terrible characters, again, I just named two of them, but I thought were pretty decent. But everyone else is just kind of, I don't know. The soundtrack by Hans Zimmer is okay. It's not terrible, but it's just okay for me. So yeah, I couldn't get into Inception. I sadly couldn't. It's not terrible, but I'm just disappointed. I really wanted to like it, but I just couldn't. I'll admit I liked the second act, but that's about it. It is a very confusing story that can go very far-fetched, and a lot of the characters I didn't feel get development. A soundtrack that is just okay, but the cinematography is pretty fantastic. It's a well-made and very well-acted film, but it suffers from a lot of problems for me. I'm gonna give Inception a 6 out of 10. So yes, those are my thoughts on Inception. I hope you enjoyed the review. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, and that's okay. If you love the movie, great for you, more power to you, but for me, I couldn't get into it. Although, I do have some good news. I heard about the Croods 2 trailer is dropping on Monday, so I will be doing a reaction to that. I'm intrigued to see the trailer, but, my expectations, they're not really that high, but we'll wait and see from the trailer. So yeah, see you guys next time, and have a great day everyone, and skadoosh.